Here's how you're going to succeed with your Amazon KDP business in 2024. Starting with your keyword. In order to actually find a good keyword, you have to take your time. If you're finding a keyword in a day, in an hour, in 2 days, what makes you think that everybody else isn't finding the same keyword? It can't be that good if you're finding that fast, and we have to slow down our keyword research process and actually take a week, 2, maybe even 3 or more to dive deep into Amazon and find those untapped keywords that not many people know about. This is the easiest way to heighten your chances of success. If you find a really good keyword that doesn't have much competition, but there's clearly a lot of demand, it's going to be so much easier to sell books. When it comes to our keyword, we also want to prioritize specific topics. You want to solve one problem for one person. A lot of the time when I see people make posts about their books in my Facebook group or when I do coaching calls, the biggest reason why their book isn't getting traffic is because the topic they publish in is a bit too vague and it's not really targeting anybody. And I always say that people shop on Amazon intentionally. They're not going on Amazon and just browsing and buying whatever they see. They're going on the site intentionally and looking for very specific things. And only if you serve that one person who's looking for one specific thing will you have the highest chance of actually getting some traction to your books. Another important shift that we have to make when it comes to our keyword research this year, if we want to have success, is we have to prove that people want it. Not enough people are actually proving that there is enough traffic going to their keywords that even warrants your book to sell in the first place. Go and look at the keyword. How many books are actually selling? How much competition is there? Can you compete with what's there, even if there's a lot of traffic? What's the search volume? People aren't utilizing the search volume enough because they're finding keywords in search terms. And yes, it looks like there's lots of books on there doing well, when in reality, the search volume is very low. And those books might be selling because of another keyword. So before we hop on the computer and look at what makes a good keyword, we have to understand something very important. And that is you have to know where you're making a book for. Not who you're making a book for, but where you're making a book for. And what I mean by this is you have to be able to pinpoint exactly where your book is going to go. Amazon KDP is a game of calculation. We need to find our main search term and be able to say, I want to rank right there on page 1 for this search term. And if you've done your research correctly, you can clearly see that there's a very specific topic that people are searching up. There are lots of books on that topic that are selling well, that are proving that people want that specific topic. And then you're going to rank up high with the best-selling books, with enough reviews, with a good cover, with a good title, and there's enough traffic there to get lots of sales. If you can't pinpoint exactly where your book is going to go, then you're just publishing into oblivion and there's no reason why your book should even sell. So when we're looking for keywords on Amazon, we have to confirm a few things. And the first thing is being, are people actually searching up this topic? So that's why recently I've started to look at the search volume a lot to make sure that there's actually a lot of searches going to the search term. So looking at this search term here, social skills for teens, I'm going to be combining two main things, and that is the search volume and the actual bestsellers ranks of the books. So if you're wondering what this tool is, this is the BookBeam tool. I will leave it linked below. So some books are selling well, some books aren't. The search volume isn't very good, but I will see a lot of people publish in a topic like this, and there's not much clear information or clear data showing us that there's a ton of traffic searching and buying these books. So I did use this example in my last video, but I think it's a really good example of a keyword with lots of traffic, and that is wall plotting. So comparing this to social skills for teens, as you can see, the search volume is 11,000. Not only is the search volume 11,000, if you look at the bestseller rank of these books, 5,000, 2,000, 8,000, 40,000, 18,000, there's an insane amount of traffic searching the search term and buying the books that are here. And this is what we want to see. So this is quite a saturated keyword now. So if you're a beginner publisher, I don't necessarily recommend it. It will be hard to stand out, but it's still a good example of what a keyword with a lot of traffic looks like. We can prove there's people searching it and prove that there's people buying the books. And there's a very clear distinction between the search term we're searching up and what the actual books are on. It's not vague. It's not something broad like how to lose weight. It's very specific. Wall plotties for women, and the books are clearly on that topic and selling well with lots of search volume. So if we want to have success in 2024 with our Amazon KDP businesses, when it comes to our book, we have to make it good. And the first thing is we have to be able to invest. We can't be afraid of investing into our books and making sure that we're getting things of quality so we have a chance to compete with what's there. And when people do buy our book, they have a really good experience. Now, just because you're investing doesn't mean that you have to spend a bunch of money. Put in the legwork and find some cheap and reliable freelancers. A lot of people just go to Fiverr and pick the first person they see. Go to Upwork, go to the Urban Writers, go and look around and find some reputable freelancers for whatever it is you need them for. Give them a message, talk to them, just search through and find somebody who's actually charging a reasonable price for their service, who is good. They're out there, but they might be on the 10th page of Upwork that nobody goes to. So you can't be afraid to go and look around and see who's there, give people messages, talk to them, and build out a team so that when you do start to publish a lot of books, you have a good writer, you have a good editor, and you put in the work to find these people, and it becomes very seamless to make really high quality books. Another thing we need to do to ensure we can create a great great book is we need to study everything that's there. Study your keyword, study the bestsellers. What do their reviews say? What do people like? What do they not like? What do people actually want to get out of the book? And make sure you're solving that problem for them. And this is what leads to a lot of organic reviews over a long period of time, because people forget that Amazon KDP is a long game. When you publish a book and you launch it, you get some reviews, that book is going to continue to do better over months and even years. So we have to make sure that we're setting up our books correctly and they're a really good experience for the reader. So when we do inevitably start to get hundreds of sales, people really enjoy what they got from your book and they're going to be more inclined to leave a review. Something else to consider when we're creating our books is we want to invest in proper formatting. People underestimate the value of good book formatting, and just going the extra mile with it and really spending a bit more money to get high-level formatting that's very customized to your brand just goes a long way, especially for the reader's experience. Not only does this help out the reader's experience, but it also helps out how we can sell the book, because when they're looking at the look inside feature and reading the sample on the product page, they can clearly see the book looks very professional, and we can also showcase the interior of the book in our A+ content. So when they get to the product page, they're going to be bombarded with the interior of the book, and it's going to be clearly an elevated experience from all the other competitors. So let's have a look at what a good book looks like. So this is a great example of a winning book and what we should be replicating with our books. And this is a self-love workbook for women. First of all, I love the cover, stands out, easy to read, but most importantly, we have to look at the formatting and the interior of this book. So let's have a look. So as you can see, it's very on brand with the cover, and it's just really nice. Like, this is what you want your book to look like, and this is just going to give the reader such a good experience, and it's also going to entice them to buy it. It's fun, there's good typography, there's lots of colors, there's quotes. Even when you go into the introduction and the actual text of the book, there's some color, there's some diagrams and illustrations, and it's just such an elevated experience for the reader. There's no reason why they wouldn't love reading this book and be very enticed to buy it if they saw the interior already. So I just went to this product page and clicked read sample, and now I can see the inside of the book, and a lot of people are going to do this with your book. And if you have just very boring, bland formatting, it's not going to make them excited to buy the book. I think this is a big change with the new Amazon KDP landscape. We have to be formatting our books professionally to just give that reader the elevated experience that they want. No, your book's not necessarily going to print in color, but that's fine. You can have a hardcover version that is in color so they can get it if they want it, but most people don't care. The formatting is still giving a better experience. It's still fun to read, and if they do want the color version, they can buy the hardcover or even the ebook. Now, book titles. If we want to succeed with Amazon KDP in 2024, we have to nail our book titles and make sure we're doing them properly. And this starts by standing out and drawing attention. If we're just publishing in Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners and there's 20, 30, 40 books, all have the title Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners, and we just make another book, Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners, why would our book sell? Why would it draw any attention from the people searching on Amazon? And what competitive edge is it going to give that all the other books don't? We have to position our books in a different way so that it's an enticing offer to somebody, which goes into the next thing, and that is actually create a desirable offer. Say things like 5 minutes a day, in 2 weeks, step by step, blueprint, complete guide. If your book is just beside a book that just says Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners or Stock Market Investing for Beginners, if you just make a book with the same title, there's no reason they should click yours over theirs. They're just going to click the book with the highest reviews. And I see this all the time. People go into very saturated topics and just make a book that looks and sounds the same as another book and wonder why it doesn't sell. Why would it sell? Why would somebody click on a book that has less reviews, that has a worse cover, that has the same title as another book when they can just click the better option? So you want to be the better option, and that comes through a really desirable offer. It also needs to be short and concise. Your title needs everything it needs and nothing that it doesn't. Think about somebody scrolling through their phone and reading these book titles at a glance. How can we entice them in and speak to their problems without it being overly cluttered and hard to read? So this is what I meant by making sure that you're standing out with your book title, because if you look at this keyword here, Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners, you can just scroll for pages and pages, and all the books are just Raised Bed Gardening for Beginners. And I personally wouldn't even publish in this topic for this specific reason, because it's so hard to stand out. And so we have to make sure that we have some sort of offer that entices people to buy it over somebody else's. It's very hard to compete in topics like this. It's very unlikely you're going to stand out. But if we are publishing in this, we have to find a different way to angle it that makes it more enticing. Like this one here, the Ultimate Raised Bed and Container Gardening Guide for Beginners. It's still very similar, but it just has a bit extra to it. It's the ultimate guide for beginners. And the reason I think this is a factor is because this only has 76 reviews, but it is selling super well. So maybe that's resonating with a lot of people. So once we've crafted our perfect book title, we need to make sure that we're executing and showcasing it properly on our book cover. And this starts with making sure our book cover jumps out. I can't stress this enough. Lots of the popular keywords on Amazon KDP, you can go and search up and all the book covers look the same. Create some sort of design or color palette that allows it to stand out from everybody else. We also need to make sure that our design is professional, focus on a good color palette. Make sure it has high quality typography. All these little nuanced things is just how you can come across as an authority and actually a really high quality, high level author. A lot of books you can tell if they're self-published. They have the very classic stock photo on the front, big banner on the bottom with the author name, and all the books look the same. And if you just position yourself in a way where you look like one of the best-selling authors and you pair that with a really strong offer in your title, you're going to have so much more clicks and attention on your book. Saturation and competition only matters if you make a book the same as everybody else. If you actually understand how to make a good title and a good book cover, which I do have videos on my channel, you realize that competition doesn't matter because all those books just get blobbed into one and yours is going to clearly stand out. We also want to make our cover large. We want our covers to be at least 6x9 plus, so our books are easy to read and nice to hold in the hand. And also the little thumbnail on Amazon comes up larger. People don't really know this, but your trim size determines how big the preview of your book is when people are scrolling through the Amazon search results. So if you have a 6x9 book or even larger, it's going to look larger on the page. And this can go a long way and also just make it easier for people to read. We also need to let the title be the focus of the cover. Too many people are relying on their corny stock photos to showcase what the book is about, and this just doesn't work anymore. This might have worked 5-10 years ago, but in the new landscape of Amazon KDP, we need professional designs that showcase the title very well, that's easy to read, and we have a very enticing offer so it speaks for itself. So the self-love workbook is actually a great example for a book cover as well. Not only is it easy to read and really title focused, but just the design of it looks very professional, it's very refined, and it's clearly on brand with the other books that they have. And it's definitely the one that stands out the most compared to all these other books here. Even if this book didn't have all the reviews it had, if it had a couple hundred, I still think it would be selling super well for its cover and title alone. So one of the most important things to sell books, especially in 2024, is your product page. So the product page is the last place people go before they actually buy your book. We need to make sure there's no reason for them to click off or click an advertisement for another book. We need a clear and captivating description, hook them in, tell them why your book is superior to other books. Maybe tell a story, showcase some points inside the book. Just be very clear and descriptive while not being too long. We want them to easily read it and actually enjoy reading it. Because we're trying to sell something, we can't expect anybody to just buy our book. We have to make sure we're doing what's necessary to allow them to envision the experience that they're going to have with our book and entice them to actually buy it. And another way we can entice people to buy our book is through A+ content. A+ content, in my opinion, is one of the most valuable things for actually selling books and having a really good conversion rate. And this is probably your last ditch effort to really showcase the experience the reader is going to get with your book. Because at the end of the day, a confused buyer isn't a buyer at all. We need to make sure that they understand what's going to happen when they buy the book and how it's going to feel to read it. They don't want to buy a book knowing nothing about it. They want to know exactly what's inside, what comes with it, how it's formatted, what illustrations are inside, and why it's the better option to solve their problem than all the competitors. We also need to make sure we get enough reviews to have that social proof for our book. This is, of course, one of the hardest parts of the process. I do have a video on it, but nonetheless, it's very important. So we're back to the self-love workbook because it also has a very strong product page. The description is clear, formatted well, and very easy to read with some of the important topics from inside. But most importantly, with this product page, if you scroll down, you're going to see the A+ content, which they've done a very good job. So they're just showcasing the inside of the book. This is the most important thing we have to do with our A+ content, is allow the customer to really envision what experience they're going to get when they buy the book. What does it look like inside? What are some of the prompts that they're going to be able to write in the journal entries? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody bought a book solely based on the A+ content and being able to see the professional formatting and the inside experience of the book. And the final thing we have to do to ensure success with our Amazon KDP businesses in 2024 is we have to launch our books properly. And the most important thing being is don't stop once you hit publish. So many people publish their book and leave it and wait and see what happens. And that's not how Amazon KDP works. We have to put in the work to drive sales to our book to get it where it needs to be. Let's go look and see what this looks like. So launching our books, what do we need to do? When we publish a book to Amazon, nothing happens. This is where we want to be, the top of page 1. But in reality, when you do publish a book, it's going to go down to page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or even further down the line. So you can actually see this now. I'm on the 5th page, and here's a book here that's only 11 days old. Another one that's only 19 days old. So when we publish our book to Amazon, this is what happens. It goes down to the 4th, 5th page and nothing happens. Nobody can see it yet. So what we have to do is now pump it with sales, pump it with reviews, and get it up to the first page. And as your book gets attention, it gets clicks through the ads, it makes sales, it's going to work its way up the ranking. And we can't stop giving our book attention until it gets to where we want to go. And like I talked about with the initial keyword research, we have to make sure we know where we want our book to go. So if we know that our search term is wall Pilates, we're making a book for wall Pilates, and we want it to be ranking on page 1, we have to be able to see and understand that and then do what we need to do to get our book there. So I do have a launch video and talk about it a bit more in my previous video, but I'm not going to go into it super in depth here. So how you're truly going to have success with your Amazon KDP businesses in 2024 is if you nail all these steps. You're really intentional in learning what it takes to do every step properly. And if you do this, your books will sell. There's always a reason why your books aren't selling. Whether it's you didn't launch it properly so nobody sees it, your cover is very unprofessional and not designed very well, or your keyword just doesn't have any demand. Through all my coaching calls inside my Facebook group and inside Publisher Mastery Academy, whenever somebody comes to me for some mentorship and they're trying to figure out why their book isn't selling, there's always a reason. It's always just one thing that just misses the mark. And it's just about finding what that is, understanding it, and then applying it to the next book and making sure that we're nailing every step so that there's no reason our book shouldn't sell. And once we figure out that formula, once we figure out what it takes to actually sell books, it's very easy. It's just a rinse and repeat formula, and you can do it in all sorts of different topics and even topics that are very competitive. So if you want to go further into any of these topics just to get a bit more insight and really learn how to do it properly, subscribe and check out my channel because I have videos on book launches, titles, book covers, how to find a good keyword, and everything else in between. And if you really want to take Amazon KDP seriously, I suggest you check out my school community, Publisher Mastery Academy. It's a space where you can ask questions, collaborate with other sub-publishers, and have a bunch of resources provided by me to make your publishing journey as easy as possible. So that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.